Hey guys, so this is unfortunately not a live commentary because I didn't press the one button that I needed to press for it to record my voice at the same time it was recording gameplay. So this is a post-commentary after I played the first episode. Anyways, I'm gonna have to try to remember what I was saying during these moments, so in the beginning I was saying how this reminds me of my original Sapphire game that I played in I don't know, grade school. I had a blue Game Boy Advance SP and it was amazing because I would bring it to school and play at lunch and everyone would do that, so it's a great time. I actually never played this remake version of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and I think they do some things different. So it's interesting to see how my nostalgia will be affected. First thing that'll be affected though is I'm playing with this Nuzlocke as a randomized Nuzlocke. Yeah. So there's a bunch of random mons, as you may or may not see in this episode, and yeah, I'll leave it up to that. So right here I didn't know what to name myself, so I said me. Spoiler for 5 seconds from now when I decide what to write. Me. And then I didn't know how to press enter, so I was like, what do I do? And then I was like, let me try the return button instead of pressing B. So that's what I did. I finally got it. First try. Oh, you're that me! You're the one who's moving to live where I live. Oh! You'd think a small town like this would, everyone would know what's going on. But I guess people keep to themselves. I remember saying something about that Azuril. Laurel. And I remember talking about the music in this game is really good. It's the creepy doll. Ooh. That nostalgia. It hurts my lungs. What's that in the air? That's what I asked before also. I think it might have been Rayquaza. And then I made a joke about Rayquaza sounding like Quasar, which was probably deliberate. Me, you're here at last! Wasn't it tough riding in the back of the puppy? Well, this is the new... What do you think? This is going to be a new home. It has a quaint feel, but it looks like a really nice person, don't you think? Then I made some joke about the Machokes. I said something about them lifting the Azuril there. I just realized this. How were they able to get that Azuril doll without me seeing them from the truck? Continuity error? No, but maybe. Dad even bought a new clock. And you don't get to set it. Clop, clop. Just analog. Yeah, it was everything. Yeah, that's not the time. I wonder what that Zelda box is over there. I didn't realize that on the first try. I thought there might be a PC on the desk, that's why I clicked that when you get a potion. But there was nothing. It's a big Snorlax. Oh, Meme! We brought you this report live from a first Pebblebrook. Next up, a special look at the way meteor shower in the next... Foreshadowing. Oh, that's what I said also. I said meteor shower, foreshadowing, and I was trying to connect the two. Didn't work out. So I'm glad that didn't get recorded. Just kidding, it would have been funny either way. Oh, and then I tried to go out, but it wasn't time yet. So I had to go here, and she looks creepy. Oh man, That was a creepy turn. It's like something from a movie where it's like a invasion of the body snatchers or something. This is also creepy. In my personal opinion. You just watch her turn around. And I love this song. Oh my gosh, that was an evil face. I felt weird in the old game. I remember you had to like click on her bed or something to start it because she wasn't actually there. Glad they fixed that. I like I like how you crouch down, not during the first time you talk to the kid, but the second time. Oh, and here it's starter time. I remember saying something weird like being careful about the grass or something, because the rules are for Nuzlocke that first time you go in the grass, you only have one chance to catch the Pokemon and you get one encounter per route. And if your Pokemon faints, it's dead. Oh, and here were the starters. We had Gogurt, Blastoise, and Salamence. I played a different Let's Play with Salamence, so I didn't want to use him. So I thought Blastoise is better because it has less weaknesses, higher defense, and it can't die as easily. So I chose Blastoise! And then I got scared because this thing was a big boy to face in the first battle. Big girl, my mistake. This is a cool Pokemon. I just got in Pokemon Go, which I still play occasionally. Because I might as well play a game when I'm walking around. This thing was kind of scary. Pretty bulky too, honestly. It would have been good to have that on the team. Maybe later. Not saying I died in this first episode, but maybe you'll have to watch to find out. No. It's got a crazy thing to it too. Got a lot of XP from that battle. Let's see the stats on him. I didn't see it. It was too fast. And then I said that after you get the Pokeballs, that's when the Nuzlocke actually starts. So after this, I believe I train for a bit with Blastoise. Just in case something crazy happens, because you never know what'll come up in the grass. And then I named him Blazer, a dodgeball reference, if you've seen that movie. I usually name them after like the first 4 or 5 letters in their name. And that's the thing also for Nuzlocke, you have to name every single Pokemon so you feel attached to them once, in case they die or faint. Now I went in the grass to see what could be here for training with, and then I was like, great, I took a Blastoise and there's a Wartortle right here, so I might have 2 Blastoise on my team, which would be cool, but we need variety or else the team gets destroyed when everyone has the same weaknesses. Ow. Blastoise is so chunky! And then I said Blastoise was also a good choice. I didn't think of this when I originally picked him, but he's good to have because I know in the newer Pokemon games you can have special moves that only starters can learn, so it could be helpful later if he lives that long, but you know, who knows? Hopefully he does. Like I said, I picked him for a reason. It's a good, relatively good Nuzlocke Pokemon. And I was happy that there were Marowaks here to train on. It's a pretty good XP, even though we're level 2. So one-shot kill. Blah! Get destroyed. Level 8. And I kept doing this for quite some time. This thing was scary. Sealed. And then got that double hit. Then, oh yeah, then I realized that I should probably put that on, and I thought about turning battle effects off, but then the game wouldn't be as interesting, although the battles would go faster, and the game would probably go faster. But it's more entertaining with it. More dramatic. More drama. Lights. Camera. Action! Hit him with the... Want a gun? Oh, and then I talked about how Marowak, I used to do these fun little theme Pokemon teams, and if I did a theme around Marowak, it would be Bones, because you have Marowak, you have Volibiziball, which I always forget the name of, and then you have Houndoom, I think has like a skull on it. I'm sure there's more missing, but yeah. Be a cool team to have. There's gotta be more bone Pokemon. And then I remembered that when I played Gen 5 a while back, I did a different theme team. First Gen 5, not second Gen 5. I think it was Pokemon White. Where I had a team that was based on aliens. And I had Magnezone, Ferrothorn, Ferrothorn. I think that's the evolve, and then I had, I think, Beheim. I never knew how to say its name, but it's the ugly brown mushroom psychic looking one. And I beat the game with them, honestly. Beat the Hall of Fame. I think that's where the game will end in this one. The Elite Four, if I beat them. That's when the game might end, but I'm gonna have to double check. See if there's any specific Nuzlocke rules for that, or if you make them up for yourself. But yes, we shall see. As you see me use water gun again. It's very smart training. Can't take any risks in training because anything random could come up and destroy you. But yeah, this was great training in the beginning of the game. Now it kind of has the same face as Kingdra. I just realized that. Level 10. Oh. I feel like dark Pokemon are kind of weak. Yep. How many weaknesses do they have? Fairy, fighting, bug. I think I'm missing one. Then I decided to check the grass over here, which was smart because that's not it. Let's see what else is in the grass. Oh, so then I came here and I was like, ooh, Rhydon. And then I remembered later in the day, I was like, wait, Rhydon is kind of the opposite of Blastoise, which is good for electric types. But it also has a ton of other weaknesses, so I was like, I'd catch it and use it. But I don't know if I would. Right now, oh, and then I remember that Rhydon is actually a second evolve, it doesn't evolve. I forgot Rhyhorn exists. So yeah, those are slightly more XP than Marowak. So I decided to come here instead, in Pilgrimage. And then this came up too, so I was like, in both spots. Both in this part of the grass for some reason, not the other part. Then I went to here to be a little more adventurous. And then it was the same guy. Or woman. Are all Marowaks female? I don't know the lore on Marowaks that well. And I was like, alright, got him to a decent enough level, so I should go to the town. Get some stuff, finally. And this guy was very boring. Do you even know if that was a real laugh or a fake laugh? I don't even know. And then I was like, like I said before, you never know what could pop up in the grass, so it's always worth healing your Pokemon. And then I went to see if there was an item in the PC, and then I was like, nope, someone's PC. And then I talked to all these people who were useless, and I was annoyed at the chairs for sitting like that. And then I saved, because again, you can't be too careful, even though if your Mon faints, it faints in the real world, so. And then I was gonna go to May, and then I did go to May. Surprise! What is that she's looking at? Is that a secret over there? In that hole? I wonder if there's like a secret encounter there. I've never noticed that. She punched me in the face. That was the joke I made. And then she destroys me in this battle and I lose. No. And then I was curious if she would carry Makuhita throughout the game, or if she would keep having a random mod. And I was curious about that, but I could not find out until later in the game. I was wondering why he knows Horn Leech, and I wasn't sure if he learned it naturally, or if he has a randomized TM or HM or Egg move, because I think those are in the game too, and I'm not too sure what could happen, as you may or may not see later. Oh, she healed my Pokemon? I thought I had to heal them again. Yikes! I love that music. Even though it's scary, because she's probably going to destroy me later. And I came here to see what was in the grass for the next encounter I would get. And it was a Weezing! Which is underratedly one of my favorite Pokemon, because it only has one weakness. It has awesome defense. So I was like, yeah, I'll catch that later. So I wanted to see if it would appear again. And it did, so I was like, yeah, 2 for 2! Pokemon. I like mons that don't have a lot of weaknesses. I'm sure a lot of people do that as well. And then I kept following her until she attacked me. And then I said something about the ledges being actually scary in this game. Then I went into here and saw how funny he looked. He's cute, but in a funny way, you know? He's kind of chubby. He kind of looks like a Pokemon, honestly. Especially with the chin strap beard. The best beard. I don't know why he has like 3 little whiskers on him, if you see that. Alright, I got the Pokeball, so the Nuzlocke actually began. Which is very scary. Then, like I said before, I didn't realize you had to heal. I mean, May healed you, so I went back here to heal. Can never be too careful with healing! Me, wait! Sounds like a caveman. Me, wait. Me. Yeah. Okay, bye! She just turns away. Dramatically turns back. Bye. Didn't even say goodbye. She just waved her hand. I don't know what that means. Me! Oh, it's someone else. May and me. Oh, thank you. Then I saved again, because the Nuzlocke officially began. So I was here trying to get like, the encounter! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? A Marowak or a Rhydon? And then this happened. Oh. And I was like, alright, I could use a normal type. It's not bad. It's got a high attack. It's got it's got flying moves, which aren't bad. And then I was like, this shouldn't hit it, right? And then I was like, well, I just killed the first encounter. And I got a crit. I don't know if that would have helped or not in me trying to catch it, but don't know. So I was pissed that I missed the first encounter. So I was like, oh well, there's like 2 more you can get right away. So I don't understand. And then I said I don't understand how this works, and I don't think I ever will. I wonder if those come up as special encounters or not. And I was like, okay, I don't know what happened. And I went in here to be like, the way to beat a Nuzlocke is to just buy a ton of items in case of any scenario. So I bought some balls just in case I ran into a crazy mon that I was going to try to catch. I bought antidotes because, like I said, you never know, and that's like the most dangerous situation. And I bought more potions because you can't be too careful. And then I bounced and went to the next encounter, maybe? Oh, and then I went to check. Nope, never mind, didn't go to check that. That comes later. Then I went over here and I was like, oh, was there a Weezing? Maybe there's a Weezing. A Weezing? And then, 0 for 2. What the hell is this thing? I know about it, but I barely played Gen 6. So I was like, should I try to attack this like last time and maybe kill it? I know it's an electric normal type, so I was like, this could be useful. So I just didn't want to chance it with injuring it. It's kind of cute, but it's kind of annoying because I realized later that you need a sunstone for this. So I was like, should I keep this? Should I train this or box it? And I decided it's worth keeping just in case I have to sacrifice it for something else to heal or something like that. So it's just worth saving. Neemon is worth it. And I named her Helipad, I think. Because, like I said, only slightly creative names fly around these parts. So I had 2 Mons already. And now I want to check their stats and their natures. So he's got a heavy attack stat. I hope he gets a physical water move at some point. I know he gets Body Slam. And I was happy about that eventually because that's a potential status move. I'm not sure what water moves he gets in this generation. That might be physical, but it's not a terrible nature for him, especially if I get good TMs. This has a special attack boost and a special defense weakness, so again, I don't know the stats on this that well. So we'll see, and then I go to switch train it by putting it in the front. So then I saved again because I had 2 Mons. Should have been 3. But I goofed. You can't goof like that in this game or else you lose Mons and the Nuzlocke. So I gotta be more careful next time. And I started to train this little samurai. That's what his ears remind me of. Like a... what's it called? Bandana? I wonder what move I'll use. I think this is where I was talking about at pause was where I talked about my theme teams. But I don't remember. And then I went here to train some more for my lizard. Only he knew an electric move already. I don't remember what I said there either. I'm sure it was very entertaining. Ow. Get rocked. Oh, to remind me of what I don't have. And again, if only I had an electric move! But, alas, I did not. So I swapped to my Blade Laser Blazer. Ow. Have some water on the house! And then it went, and then it fell. Level 5, learn a move. And then I went to heal again because, like I said, you can never be too careful with your healing circle. It's a new song I just made. It's pretty good. Doesn't rhyme. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired, even though I had a coffee today. And this was the 3rd possible encounter, and I forgot what tapping that does when you see a Mon. kind of like Pokemon Snap, I guess. And I went here to try to find the next encounter, and I was like, oh, this is exciting. I've never been here to see what mon it is. And then we got... oh. A Pokemon Pikachu clone. A Minin. Could be decent, so I was like, alright. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not amazing, though. And I was like, oh, it has Thunder Wave. That's already better than this Lizard I have. So I was like, this is definitely a decent mon to have right now. Especially with Blastoise being my strongest and being weak to electric type moves. So I was like, alright. 2 electric types and a water type. It's not terrible. And then I would realize that you gain XP from catching mons, so I was like, damn it, I should have caught the first Swellow. And then I named it not Minin, because I couldn't think of anything that has to do with subtracting. That sounds like Minin, besides minus, which is not original. So I did that instead. Math. Stats are no boosting nature, so I was like, alright, this might actually be decent. And its moves are pretty good too, for level 2. So I was like, this could be useful already for catching mons and destroying mons with the status. So I decided to train that instead. And then, like I said before, always gotta heal. Always. Can never be too careful. Lose some mons. Or the whole lock if you don't heal. If you get cocky, you get destroyed. That's what I've learned from my years of never playing a Nuzlocke. And then it's time for the first battle! In the first Nuzlocke. And then I was like, oh crap. Isn't this thing a legendary? And it's like, this thing actually scared me a lot. As you'll see, I immediately swap out because it's too dangerous. I was like, isn't this a fighting psychic or fighting normal? And then it did embargo, so I'm like, okay, cool, you can't use tackle or tail whip. I mean, I can't use it. So I went, here, have some water. And it did a decent amount. It started doing this, and I was like, why does this no bulldoze? It must be another random TM move that Pokemon can get. And then it had a shell bell, and I was like, oh crap, this might be bad. So I was like, alright, see, this is why you need these crappy moves, like tail whip and withdraw, to counter mons like this in an otherwise impossible situation. So those moves are actually incredibly useful in this game. Don't sleep on those moves if you're doing a Nuzlocke. That just helped me rock that Pokemon in like 2 hits. So I was happy I survived that, especially with that scary bulldoze move. And then this, I was like, should I learn Bubble? It's probably better than Water Gun because it can lower speed and it has the same power and accuracy. So I was like, alright, let's do it. Just has slightly less PP, which is like barely, oh no, it has more PP, never mind. So no brainer. Like I said, you gotta keep Tackle just in case a Pokemon that is resistant to water but isn't super effective against water can be hit by Tackle, but not a water move. You never know. Gotta be ultra prepared for Nuzlockes, just in case. Then I went back to heal again. That sign is purple for some reason. I got caught on the corner, which you'll probably see happen a lot in this Let's Play. A lot of random corners. So then I healed again. Then I saved again just in case, because every time you heal you should save. And then I was like, alright, next battle! Haha, ice beat! Something about bugs. And then I was like, oh yeah, I also randomized the trainers and the names and everything. And that noise is scary. And then I was like, horde encounters are very scary because you might need to catch them on just because you're in a situation where you have no other Pokemon. But it's a risk because any of the other horde mons can destroy you. I was happy this came here because it's a lot of XP and easy kill. And then I said something about chocolate milk, but it said mud shot. Boba tea also looks like chocolate milk sometimes. Fun fact. One shot, sit down. And math grew to level 7. And it already learned Spark, so it's already more useful than the lizard. And then I wanted to see which one was better. So I got rid of... If they have the same PP? That's what I was checking, so I got rid of plain ice instead. Like I said, you can't be too careful. You might be making fun of me for being a nerd, but it's worth it. You never know when it could come in handy. And then I decided to swap every 2 levels for them, to train them. Because I still need the lizard just in case, like I said before, something bad happens. It's so funny when you get bend down to talk to little kids. And then I made a dumb mistake here because I should have got the berries first, just in case. Learn from my lesson. And I was like, oh, this is a pretty decent mon. And then I said something like, are bugs weak to water moves? Because every time I see bugs, they're usually around water. Like mosquitoes, especially after it rains and stuff like that. And I had no idea if that was correct or not, but it's an interesting point. Someone let me know if that makes sense. And then this thing was still alive, so I had to give it that bubble treatment. Even though it could have zapped me. It was a necessary risk. I could have quick attacked it to death, I guess. At least he learned Thunder Shock now. Spark is a better move. Anorith. I was curious if it was a water type or not, but I forgot it's a bug rock type. I think I swapped this in for points. XP points. I want to see how much this did. It's honestly very risky. And then I was like, oh crap! I forgot things know random moves for some reason. And I was like, should I risk it? Should I risk it? And I did. It was so risky. I'm never doing that again. I like how his head lights up and it kind of looks like a rare candy, by the way. But yeah, that was super risky. I was like, I can never do that again. Because the random moves in this game. And then I realized that some trainers can give you random items, so that guy gave me a random rutabaga berry. Yeah, that was very scary. I knew close combat. I don't know why they know random moves. Maybe the TMs randomize the moves they can actually learn. I wonder what move that was supposed to be, because if it's like Scratch or something, that's really bad. Oh well, I guess it's a fun extra challenge in the game. So scary. We had Close Combat, Horn Leech, and Bulldoze already. That's just random moves that Pokemon know. But they're all trainer Pokemon. I don't know if that means anything or not, but it's gonna come up a lot in the future, so gotta be careful. I could have bought some more items there. Would have been smart. Just in case. I was like, battle me. Secret base trainer Tiana. Oh. And I was like, oh, it's cute. It's a little crown. And I was like, can I kill this with this Mon? I was like, oh, I might as well try the Thunder Shock. And then I realized I don't remember typings anymore. I did this, which was a dangerous move, so I was like, And then I was like, should I put this guy in, even though it's risky? I was like, I have to. Yeah, I need a counter for grass types, because this was scary. Even though it did like 8 damage. Still, if it was on my level, could have destroyed me there. Gotta be careful. Gotta hope with a Nuzlocke you get the right counter Pokemon. And that's why you need all your Pokemon on the same level, just in case that happens. In case you get something that your best Pokemon is weak to. Found a potion! And then I get stuck on the corner here and get into an encounter. I told you there would be another corner, and I said this thing is cute. Trash! I sympathize with trash. I laughed at my own joke. That's how you know I'm trash. So yeah, I like that. And then May came here and was like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to catch a Pokemon even though you already caught like 3. I don't know what she was talking about here. Oh, the Mons. And I said how it's weird how they fly. They're like, come on guys, we gotta get there. It's pretty funny. But yeah, they can go pretty high. Then I asked if butterflies in real life can go that high. And I don't know. I've only seen them low to the ground for like nectar or whatever they have. Then I heard that whistle noise and I was scared. And then I finally made it to the next town to heal. And I was like, ooh. Let's heal it up. Those Pokeballs are as big as my head. And then I was like, should train a little bit more in the grass. Just to get this Mon up to the level as the other one. It's level 6. And then we got another Pikachu clone. And I was like, I would have preferred this one over to Minun. But, oh well. I think it knows a better... It has a better ability too, Lightning Rod or something. Which would have been great compared to Minun, but whatever, that's the Nuzlocke. And then it growled me, so I was like, oh, is that why my attacks are low? And then it did, so I was like, oh crap. This thing knows Bide. I was glad I hit it in one hit after that, even though I was growled like 3 times. And then I got up to level 7. Heard of level 7. And then went to heal again. And then this was pretty much the end of the video. Thanks a lot guys for watching. I hope I don't have to re-record my voiceover again, because it's not as good as the genuine first time experience, in my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. And then I wasn't sure if I had to save again. So I saved again, I think. Did I?